Yeah, I got the game all in my hand. Ooh, yeah.
What's going on, Laker fans? Welcome to LAKERLAND, and man, it's been exciting around the NBA. First, I want to thank the Golden State Warriors for defeating the Boston Celtics and preventing them from winning a championship. Steph Curry, you are an honorary Laker, and whenever you want to, join the purple and gold side, you're welcome whenever. But speaking of a man who gave the Celtics hell, Kyrie Irving and the Nets have recently been on some disagreements with their current contract situation. Now, it gets exciting because Kyrie Irving listed Los Angeles Lakers, a team that we love over here, as a possible destination. Now, I do want to say, I think it's a pipe dream. Probably won't happen. The Russ-Kyrie swap evenly, it just won't be a thing. It doesn't make sense for the Nets to do, given their situation on their roster already. But it can happen. Other teams can get involved. Pacers, whatever it might be, maybe it is possible. And to think of the possibility, it made me think, would I prefer Russell Westbrook or Kyrie Irving? And I thought about it for a half a second. And listen, man, again, if Russell Westbrook is on our team next year, I will be extremely optimistic with the new system, new coach, new game plan, perhaps, new roster construction, all the nice, buzzwords in the world. But if I had to pick Russell Westbrook or Kyrie Irving, I will be picking Kyrie Irving on the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, I'm not going to act like there isn't pros that come with the cons of Kyrie Irving, and there's cons that come with the pros of Kyrie Irving. And you know what? I'm going to actually touch on that. So let's talk about it. Okay, so what are the pros of swapping Russ for Kyrie? Well, I'll start you off with the fact that Kyrie is, at least right now, current state of player, 20 times the player that I believe Russell Westbrook can be. He's a better shooter. The spacing will feel a lot better. He's a better playmaker. He's a killer. I mean, when it comes to Los Angeles Lakers in the fourth quarter, I will be lying to you if I'm still 100% confident in LeBron or Anthony Davis really seizing the moment. Kyrie Irving, on the other hand, is willing to live and die with his shot. He's willing to live and die with the last possession, and I accept that. I'm cool. He's a killer on the court. I love it. There's already chemistry there with LeBron James. He does have some sort of relationship in the past, at least from clips I've seen, with Anthony Davis. It is a fit that honestly does make sense, and I like the idea of it, honestly. But there is cons that come with Kyrie Irving. For one, I mean, we're already a team that has had some health situations, and Kyrie Irving is not going to clear that health injury report clean. I mean, he's a man that comes with an injury once, twice, 3 times a season, maybe not available in the playoffs depending on what's his current situation with his body. He also is I like to call him a part-time player. And listen, I'm not even mad at some of his personal days off is how I view it. I get PTO at my job. I'm sure a lot of other people do. If you go ahead and tell your boss, hey, on the 22nd, I got a birthday party, a niece, nephew, aunt, cousin, sister, whoever it might be, I won't show up to work that day. You could go ahead and schedule me. You're going to be disappointed at what happens. I get that from Kyrie Irving, and you know what? Listen, if you want to take a few days off, I'm not even mad at you for that. Maybe I'm part of the reason why people, don't like the NBA. Who knows? But there is a unreliability in Kyrie Irving because of that. Health and the fact that he does do some of those antics. He might not be there for a lot of games this season. And is that something that we can afford? Compared to Russell Westbrook, who did play almost every game of the season, which might explain the record, but did play almost every game of the season and was healthy, showed up every day, and he was reliable in that aspect for sure. And another con, unfortunately, that does come with Kyrie Irving, and whether you agree, disagree, I really don't care about people's opinions and what have you, but naturally, we are in Los Angeles, we are a big media market, and things that Kyrie Irving will say in a press conference, or things that he might say on Instagram Live or off the court, they will become, just like they were in Brooklyn, but honestly maybe into an even more emphasized level, they will become headlines at First Take, at Undisputed, at ESPN, Bleacher Report, and it's going to be a thing. And honestly, if we can get media zoomed out of LA just a little bit, at least on the Los Angeles Lakers, that would be a win. And we probably won't get that with Kyrie Irving on the team. Also, something that does have to be considered, if he's leaving the Nets because he wants a long-term contract, he will be coming over to the Lakers expecting a long-term contract and probably, a bond in wording that will give it to him, a promise. And knowing some of the things that come with Kyrie Irving, do we want to give him a long-term contract while he'll be aging as an NBA player himself, dealing with these injuries, dealing with all these other things? It's a question. And maybe you are, maybe you aren't. As far as the long-term contract goes, if Kyrie can be on the court, I'm fine with it. I mean, Curry just won a ring at 34 just now. So if we give Kyrie a 4 or 5 year deal, he'll be 35, 34. The value, I'm sure, can still be there. I'm hoping at least, but you take that gamble on anybody. You take that gamble on Anthony Davis. So that gamble is a natural gamble that comes with the NBA, that comes with the contract extension, that comes with these max deals. So weighing those pros and cons, honestly, I'll be lying to you if I say I wasn't sold on the idea of Kyrie. Just simply because I view it as a Russ replacement more than anything else. And as a replacement, I can't ask for anything more. Really can't. But it is becoming clear that Russell Westbrook's contract might have more value than we originally thought, because he's an expiring deal. He's a deal that, for teams that are willing to kind of sacrifice this season for a long-term freedom on their contract books, he's a lick. And it might be worth the gamble for them. And it seems like Russell Westbrook is movable. I mean, just looking at the two teams that we keep hearing come across the Lakers table, I feel like every time, the Pacers, the Hornets, both teams seem to have serious interest in possibly, at least from what I've been seeing, seem to have interest in possibly dishing a lot of their salary. And Russell Westbrook would make sense. And when we look at the talent on their roster, whether you're talking about Terry Rozier, who once again, similar to Kyrie Irving, is a killer. Similar to Kyrie Irving, is a great shooter. Similar to Kyrie Irving, is a better fit with the team than Russell Westbrook is. Gordon Hayward, a wing. We can use a wing. Mason Plumlee. Honestly, Mason Plumlee has showed a lot of game over the last few seasons. And a fit against AD, I don't hate it. I kind of like it. Kelly Oubre, a wing. I'm not mad at it. Over on the Pacers, I mean, they have a luxury of talent as well. Talent that fits what the Lakers can need. I think Turner might be a little bit out of the realm of possibility, but I love it. Hield. We've been wanting him for some time now, haven't we? Brogdon. Listen, there may be something. And all I'm saying, man, is if people are calling, pick up that phone. Pick up that phone, because there might be serious interest in Russell Westbrook. And if there is, and if I find out that, the season goes by and Russell Westbrook is on the team and the experiment failed, which honestly is what I'm afraid of. It really is. And I think it has a chance of working. It might. The thing is, I've already seen it fail. And I'm not too optimistic on a might right now. And if we can trade that talent for a Kyrie Irving somehow, some way, trade that talent for multiple players that can build up some serious depth, it might be worth it. And I get the idea of maybe not wanting to take on longer term contracts. Gordon Hayward, Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier's getting paid for a while. But Terry Rozier is also young. Fits the timeline with Anthony Davis. What free agency class is really looking too enticing? I don't think next year's is. This year isn't. So you at least got 2 years to kind of think, ponder, and listen, man, if a contract is tradable now, come closer to an expiring deal, it'll be more tradable then. I'm not too worried. I just don't want us to be too shallow-minded on keeping Russell Westbrook. And I think Jeannie, Rob, they're not stupid. They're going to listen to offers, what they're going to be willing to comply with. And, maybe it does take on a pick. I don't know. I really don't. But I'm optimistic that there might be a market for Russell Westbrook, and we might be able to get something good out of it. And I'm more optimistic about that than having him on our team for another year because, man, if it doesn't work and I have to go through it again, that is just brutal to do to me, man. Absolutely brutal. 82 games of a failure. Once again, it would hurt my soul. Optimistic for whatever comes, but I am looking forward to what is going to be a fun off season, and it's going to start heating up soon. July is right around the corner. Where is summer going? Jesus Christ. But July is right around the corner. The NBA draft is now, it feels like days away. And things, I know the NBA season just ended, but they're going to start to heat up. And I hope, I mean, everybody always puts on a Lakers jersey eventually. That's how I feel, at least anybody that we actually want. And I hope we might see it again this offseason. You never know. Guys, what are you thinking? What are you looking forward to this offseason? Do you think Russell Westbrook's contract is movable? Do you think Russ or Kyrie? Maybe you think Russell Westbrook Season 2 redemption, it does work. I'm optimistic. Or honestly, do you think Russell Westbrook isn't movable at all? And we're going to have to really put some pieces together. It might be true. Who knows? We're going to find out soon. And I can't wait to continue to talk about it. So please, like, comment, share, subscribe. And hey, if I don't see you, have a good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Yeah, I got the game all in my hand, ooh, and yeah, pop out with the drip and make a fan drool. You could risk it if you want, this ain't no fan duel. Yeah, I'm in a Benz cool, yeah, stepping for the breeze.